Alright. Now this video is a little bit more on a personal level with you guys. There's a couple things and that DJs do, or types of people that certain DJs become, that I want you guys to avoid. During all my videos, I'd like to focus on the fact that there are no BS tutorials. Meaning, I'm not going to give you a lot of frou-frou. I'm not being paid by any of these companies. I'm just telling you from my experience what's worked really well for me and what gets the job done. That way, hopefully, it saves you guys money and you can do good in areas that I fucked up at as far as purchasing the wrong gear and all this and all that. And I know I have a couple guys say to me in comments, you know, Chris, I like your tutorials, they're great and all, but I just can't afford the equipment that you're mentioning. And, I always do stress, you can check on eBay, Craigslist, wherever, to get the gear secondhand if you have to, because even secondhand gear that's quality secondhand gear, like the right brands, is often better than brand new garbage, like Gemini shit or something like that. So if you can't afford it new, by all means, go for the good brands secondhand. That way you can afford it. I mean, don't drop, all this money on this big Gemini setup and think that you got a great deal. And in the meantime, you're going to wind up losing money when you sell it a couple years later on to get the stuff that I had referred you to originally. I don't make any money from this. I have nothing to gain from telling you guys this, except that I hopefully can get you guys to make some of the right choices so you're not wasting your money. Main reason I did these videos is so I can contribute a little bit back to the DJ community, guys that helped me get going and get to where I am today. Another thing I don't want to see guys fall into is I don't want you to end up being DJs for the wrong reasons. A lot of guys have very shady reasons for wanting to be a DJ. Sometimes they're maybe not necessarily shady, but like they want to be a DJ because, well, that's the cool thing to do, But you talk to the guys and you realize, well, they have no knowledge of music hardly at all, and it's like they're just trying to do it to fit in or whatever. Don't do it for the wrong reasons. And one thing I definitely don't want to see you guys fall into is the old wedding DJ. Just think about that for a minute. The old wedding DJ. You know the guy I'm talking about. I'm talking about the guy that has a bunch of money to spend that he made from his full-time job in past years or whatever, because he wants to turn the whole DJ business into just money for him. He'll go out in his little cutesy tux and he'll DJ weddings, and the guy will have no skills at all. He'll just be doing, what he does for the bride and groom, and since the bride and groom are generally ignorant to the whole DJ craft, the whole artistic, creative side of it, they're just going to book him like anyone else, and he's going to go and do a very mediocre job on your wedding. Don't turn into that guy. If you decide that you want to do weddings, that's fine. If you're older, what if you're like 40s, 50s, whatever, like somebody my father's age, that's fine, but don't be that guy, you know what I mean? Don't be that guy where all he really has to offer to these brides and grooms is a fancy mic voice and no actual real skill on the decks. I have yet to see a wedding DJ, like an older guy. I have yet to see one that knows how to scratch, and I've only seen a handful that can actually beat match. And I think most of them don't even know how to. And to me, a guy that started on vinyl and all the roots, I still do vinyl today, it's just like, dude, you're just doing it for the money. It shows that cheesy used car salesman smile that they put on their little flyers. You know, it just shows, and I think that's a big slap in the face to a lot of the real genuine DJs who, you know, yeah, they might be in it to make some money. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I like to make money from doing it, but it's not my sole reason. And no one that saw me DJ or talked to them about it would ever think that I was ever in it for the money, because I'm not. But just don't turn into one of those guys, you know what I mean? Because every time I see that, that just irritates me. And there's so many of these older DJs doing weddings that are like that. And they really, you know, they have no real skills, no real mixing skills, no real music skills even. Song selection would be the only thing they were good at, and that's if they were good at that. You know, a lot of the wedding guys will be like, well, I don't scratch, or I don't beat match, or I don't do creative transitions or EQing because, well, you know, they don't really care about that at a wedding. Well, isn't it your job as a DJ to do the very best job you can for these people at their wedding? It's supposed to be a day that will only happen once. It's supposed to be. And that means that they should get the very best service that they should get. I mean, making excuses saying that, well, the people don't expect that or the people don't want that, that's no excuse. You're there to do your best fucking job, period. And if there are other DJs that are doing more creative, better stuff with you, getting the crowd into it, they're not just a talking head waiting for their paycheck, then they should do that. I believe that a lot of these guys are lowering the standard. They're lowering the standard of quality for a lot of the other DJs that really put their heart and soul into what they're doing and have a real passion for it. Let me know what you guys think about this. I would really love it if you guys did not turn into those types of people. It's certainly not what I stand for, you know, personally, and in my tutorials here, I'm trying to gear you guys into, you know, being a DJ that really has a passion for it. And I think that you can tell in the way I speak in my tutorials and stuff that I really am truly, you know, really in it for the love of the music and the love of the craft. So, with that, I want to say thank you for listening and look forward to my future tutorials.